Since childhood, we were taught that we lived on a blue planet called Earth, that we orbit a star called the Sun at an ideal distance to support life, that the seasons change, clouds bring rain, and the moon is just that, a rock that accompanies us at night. But something doesn't quite fit, something some have started to notice. It all began with an error, or at least that's what it seemed like. In 2019, a group of astronomers from the ALMA Observatory in Chile detected a series of gravitational anomalies in Mars' orbit. Its surface seemed to emit an electromagnetic echo that didn't correspond to its actual location. It was dismissed as noise. But in 2023, during an update of the ESA's climate simulation software, an engineer discovered a hidden file titled MartianCore.exe. The file contained orbital maps with a chilling legend. Current planet, Mars, masked name, Earth 2. The engineer, whose name was erased from all records in 2024, leaked part of that information on a now-defunct dark web forum. That's where the theory began. We are not on Earth, we are on Mars, and what we know as our planet is nothing more than a carefully constructed recreation. At first, those who read it dismissed it as science fiction. An ARG, they said, referring to an alternate reality game where participants explore a fictional narrative across diverse platforms as if it were real. But others began to piece things together. The gravity, slightly different. The stars, small misalignments in their positions. The auroras, too frequent, too intense. And above all, space missions. Why in 2025, with technology capable of simulating consciousness and producing clean fusion, do we still lack commercial flights beyond low Earth orbit? An old NASA technician, who retired in 2011, gave an anonymous interview for a Russian channel. They moved us, not in body but in perception. The cities were rebuilt, but not from scratch. They were adapted to a different atmosphere. We were modified, cell by cell. Mars wasn't uninhabitable, not entirely. It had carbon dioxide, ice at the poles, geological stability, and a day length similar to Earth's. With centuries of secret technology, the move was possible. But the price was the truth. According to these leaked documents, Earth was destroyed thousands of years ago in an event that was carefully erased from collective history. They called it the closure. Something related to fissures in the Earth's crust, failed geoengineering systems, and the release of a toxin created by humanity itself. To maintain order in the new settlement, memories were reprogrammed, and the calendar was artificially reset. What we call 2025 might just be a number assigned to sustain the illusion of continuity. The years, like many other aspects of our reality, are just numbers, a way to maintain the cycle of the simulation. The elites didn't seek to save everyone, just the chosen ones, the so-called seeds. Their DNA was reconfigured to withstand the new Martian atmosphere. Memories were sealed under layers of neuroprogramming, and everything known as Earth was recreated in social and environmental simulations. Even the sky we see, which we think is blue, is not the same sky. The air, the colors, everything has been adjusted, so we don't perceive the difference. It's all part of the grand simulation that surrounds us. The mountains, the oceans, the continents. Even the sun we see is nothing more than an energy sphere generated by an orbital megastructure. A convincing copy, but not perfect. That's the key. In 1987, a group of climate engineers began receiving impossible readings. Carbon dioxide levels, iron oxide dust, and UV radiation altered in certain areas of the northern hemisphere. Dense mist behaved like Martian storm fog. Leaked photographs showed something terrifying. Red rock structures with artificial geometry. No one could explain them. These anomalies, along with other signals, started confirming what some had already suspected. The environment of the simulation was beginning to crumble. In January of this year, a former ESA employee uploaded a video to an encrypted network showing part of a room with panels clearly labeled Terran Simulation Core. It lasted less than 2 hours online. She was tracked down and disappeared. Some say she was returned to Earth, but no one knows for sure what happened to her. Because according to the same classified documents, some survivors remain there. In what's left of the mother planet, in ruined cities where mutated vegetation and constant electric storms are the norm. Small communities hidden under ancient energy shields, if lucky, with intact memories. Every few years, a ship departs from Mars, the planet we now inhabit, bound for what was once Earth, a now uninhabitable place. They don't travel to explore, but to monitor, ensuring that the mother planet remains out of our reach and confirming that no one can return. These missions, known as maintenance runs, don't just observe. They act to ensure the established order and the simulation continue without disruption. Maybe we'll never know the whole truth. Perhaps we're doomed to live in this well-constructed scenario, repeating routines in a world that is not ours, a lie carefully maintained. But the signs are there, and the veil that separates truth from illusion might be closer than we think. Or perhaps, just as you're listening to this, something within you begins to remember, a strange sensation in your stomach, the wind that doesn't feel like wind, the sky, no longer as blue as it once was. The boundaries of our reality begin to blur. Because maybe we're not on Earth. Maybe we never were. Maybe everything we know, everything we believe is real, is just a layer of simulation, a bubble that stayed intact for centuries, but is now beginning to crumble.